Ghosting is one of the most confusing and emotionally unsettling experiences in modern dating. One day, everything feels normal, conversations are flowing, plans may even be forming, and then suddenly, silence, no explanation, no closure, just disappearance. But ghosting is rarely random, it is psychological. At its core, ghosting is a form of avoidance. It happens when someone chooses to escape discomfort rather than confront it. Instead of expressing disinterest, fear, or uncertainty directly, they withdraw completely. For many people, ghosting isn't about cruelty, it's about emotional immaturity. Some individuals lack the communication skills to say, I am no longer interested. Others fear conflict. Some struggle with guilt and will rather disappear than deal with someone's reaction. In certain cases, ghosting reflects an avoidant attachment where intimacy triggers anxiety and distraction feels safer than vulnerability. But here's the important part. Ghosting says more about the ghoster than the person being ghosted. When someone disappears instead of communicating, it reveals their capacity or lack of capacity for emotional responsibility. For emotional responsibility, healthy adults communicate. They may not always say what we want to hear, but they say something. Ghosting also often happens at specific emotional points. It can occur when things start getting serious, when vulnerability increases, or when the ghoster realizes they cannot meet the emotional standard required instead of admitting that instead of admitting that they retreat. They retreat. Yes. Now, let's address something crucial. Being ghosted can trigger deep feelings of rejection. It can make you question your worth, replay conversations, and search for hidden mistakes. But silence is not proof of your inadequacy, it's a proof of someone else's inability to communicate. Um, there's a difference. There is a difference. It is also important to understand that ghosting has become normalized in digital culture. Dating apps create an illusion of endless options. When people view others as a replaceable profiles rather than human beings, disappearing feels easier. That doesn't make it healthy, it makes it convenient. Emotionally mature individuals understand that closure, even brief closure, is a form of respect. If you've been ghosted, the healthiest response is not chasing, over testing, or demanding explanation. That often deepens the wound. Instead, pause, reflect, and observe the pattern. If someone disappears once, they can likely disappear again. Consistency is a core trait of emotional stability. Someone who withdraws under pressure may repeat that behavior in future conflicts. And this is where ghosting becomes useful information. It reveals early whether someone has the emotional depth required for long term partnership. Rather than asking, why wasn't I enough? A better question is this the type of communication I want in my life? Ghosting hurts, especially when you were invested, but it can also protect you from deeper entanglement with someone who lacks relational maturity. Healthy relationships require 1. Accountability, communication, emotional courage. If someone avoids those at the beginning, it rarely improves with time. So, if you've experienced ghosting, don't interpret it as failure. Interpret it as data. Data about compatibility, data about emotional readiness, data about alignment. And sometimes silence is the clearest answer you need. Have a great day. This is General Newman. Subscribe and follow for more. Bye bye.